intercontinental ballistic missile nuclear warhead program, starting in the 80s and 90s. And I mean, it's not the 80s, I'm sorry, the 60s and 70s, and then it culminated in the 80s and 90s. But anyway, we have a bunch of nuclear weapons, they do too. And almost every metric, though, what America wants. If we demand peace, we will get peace. Right now, the American Foreign Policy Project thinks that Putin is the worst person ever. I don't like Putin. You don't like Putin. Is he like the warmonger of... Is he like the most evil person since Adolf Hitler? I don't think so, actually. I think he's a thug and he's a gangster that is morally equivalent with most kind of Eastern European thugs, to be perfectly honest.
How did you feel about the Tucker Carlson interview then?
I thought it was fine. I've learned a lot. I mean, here's Putin, a guy that controls a country of 12 time zones, the largest landmass in the country. It's an incredibly diverse country. It's like 10 or 15% Muslim. You have a lot of different mafioso, post-Soviet influences. It's not an easy country to govern. I'm interested to learn about what they think about this. I mean, we should learn about what does Russia think about us.
This video is sponsored by Manscaped. They outdid themselves. The Lawnmower 5.0 Gold Ultra. What? This is nice. Oh my, I almost took out my hair right now. And it would have been nice. I mean, I'm like, oh, my hair, but look how smooth it is. This is one of my favorite brands to work with because as a Middle Eastern man, the trouble of shaving has always been a journey. This one, they've outdone themselves. 2 buttons now. One for power, and then the other one for an LED light. Because when you're in a dark place and you're trying to get the dark place, you know what I mean? You can see it. And these blades aren't just for looks, they're engineered for excellence. The Update Trimmer blades feature a longer, wider, rounder teeth to tackle hair effortlessly, while the foil blade provides a sleek, smooth finish. Look how easy it is to take off this blade from it. The way that I'm putting on these clips and attacking my hair, it looks like John Wick. I walk in, there's hair everywhere. What? I need to get to this brood. But all joking aside, I never ever travel without my Manscaped. So if you guys want this with 20% off plus free shipping, use my code George. Link is in the description. Hit the gold standard, baby. I just find it fascinating that they do drop the ball on certain equations that you're mentioning, but at the other hand of it, they don't poison their citizens.
Well, no, actually, food is actually way healthier.
That's what I'm saying.
Like way healthy.
Yeah, so like he might have a lot of nukes and also a lot of nutrients.
We have to be fair. Like Russian food, yeah, exactly. Russian food is far more expensive than American food. But yes, Russian food is far more regulated than American food. So I want to just go through this real quick though for Christians though. Blessed are the peacemakers. Number 2, which is fighting for the unborn, something I care about, which I know Donald Trump is not nearly as pro-life as I am. I wish he was more pro-life, but it is what it is.
When did that stop? Because didn't he fight for that?
He was always pro-life, and he gave us the reversal of Roe versus Wade. It didn't stop. What has happened is he's been met with a political hurricane where the country is not pro-life. And
yeah, but that doesn't mean stand down on what your morals are.
He hasn't. He has stood by the reversal of Roe versus Wade, sending it back to the states. He has always been against late-term abortion. He's been consistent on that. He has said that we need, exceptions for rape, incest, and life of the mother. And look, there are 10 states that have now completely abolished abortion, which is thanks to Donald Trump. And we as Christians should celebrate that and say, thank you, Donald Trump, for giving us that once-in-a-generation type victory. I want to incorporate number 2 and 3 together really quick for Christians should care about. Borders are biblical. There's an entire book of the Bible that is dedicated to building the wall, the book of Nehemiah, which literally is the Build the Wall book, where Donald Trump...
So Donald Trump stole that...
We should just call him Nehemiah.
Inspiration somewhere.
Exactly.
So,
which literally the whole book is about building the wall. But borders are biblical. Without borders, you don't have countries. We know that God's plan for humanity is not a one-world government. We know that in Genesis 11, which is the city of Babel, where Nimrod tried to build a one-world government upon himself with no borders, one language, one culture. God said, no, we are not okay with that, and scattered the languages amongst the people.
That was us.
I'm aware. The greats.
Don't learn from us, guys. We messed up. But yeah, no, I agree with
Nimrod was your people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, it's so funny because when people bring that up to me, I just like smile. Like that's the only part of the series that they bring up. Whatever.
It was also a great civilization. But
they were smart. They created math. They created wrestling, astronomy. Yeah. They created me.
There you go.
But so going back to kind of like talking about how RFK is going to, he's really passionate about making America healthy again. And I remember that when we were speaking to him, he was talking about how we need to fix the soil. Like it starts with the soil.
Yeah, it does.
So what's his plan in order to kind of help these farmers all around America completely fix the soil? Because that's going to be a really big job.
Yeah, it's very complicated.
And I don't mean to intrude that, but when I hear that, I also think there's people that are getting paid big bucks to poison us. How is he going to get to that? If we're talking about the root and the soil, we got to get to the wolves and the sheep clothing.
Yeah, so we have to go even more elementary, unfortunately. We first need to make sure that our medical